Do you ever feel like you're working so hard, but you don't think that you're actually progressing? Maybe that's because you aren't seeing a lot of money come in. You're working so hard and you haven't made any money yet. And therefore, you automatically think, well, if I'm not making money, then I'm not making progress, right? You see everyone around you succeeding, finally making their first 10,000 a month, signing their first client, whatever it may be, selling their coaching for the first time. And you're still stuck. Or you think that you're stuck at least. Do you think that instead you aren't stuck and instead you're just on the brink of success? You are just at that tipping point where a little more work will push you over the finish line and you'll finally achieve the results you're looking for. That one little push to put you over the line into the zone of success is what you need to snowball the rest of your life into wealth and success and freedom. And the reason why a lot of people don't realize this, and they think that since they're not making any money, they're not progressing. And because of that, they now start switching from business model to business model because they think they aren't making any progress in one, so then they try a different one. I'm going to tell you how to realize when you're at the brink of success and how to use that to your advantage. And that all comes from, instead of measuring the output, the results you're getting, measure the input. Are you putting in the actions? Because you can't control the output. The only thing you can control is the input. So before I tell you more about who I am and where I'm coming from here and what my current level of success is at, I want you to first go down to the top link in the description, click that first link, and it's going to take you to my free school community. I'm building an absolute community for people that are trying to escape their 9-to-5 jobs and make their first $2,000 in SMMA. The best part is, I'm in the same boat with you. So I practice what I preach, and on top of that, we're going to all be solving our challenges together and getting to that full-time income of $2,000 a month. I haven't achieved a great level of success yet. I'm about 4 months into my business, and I started that in November. And I'm only making about $1,000 a month. Now you might see that and be like, wow, 4 months and $1,000 a month, that's terrible. But I'm not that fed up with it. Every single month I'm improving. Every single month I'm learning something new. I'm making a new connection and I'm getting closer to that goal. I know that I am on the brink of success. I know that I have to keep pushing and success is right around the corner. I don't know how far away that is, but I know that it's there. The things that I am measuring of what I'm being better at is input. I'm doing more cold calls every single week. I'm booking more meetings every single week. I'm producing more videos. I'm signing more clients. It's just a matter of time. It's the volume's there. And that's good because I'm only worried about the things that I can control. Why would I be worried about how much money I'm making when instead I can be worried about, am I doing the thing that makes me money? Am I making more YouTube videos? Maybe I've been a little inconsistent, but I've made more YouTube videos in the past 30 days than I have in my entire life. So I'm improving on that end. I've made more cold calls in the past 30 days than I have in my entire life. But output is what you don't want to focus on. That's subscribers. That's money. Now, if you upload 300 videos and you have 1,000 subscribers, you might think of that as not that good because, you've only got 1,000 when you should have like 10,000 after 300 videos. But instead, how you can think of it is that I was able to stay consistent and upload 300 videos. And I've got 1,000 people that like my content, that want me to keep going. And it doesn't matter what you could have been at. You have to look at where you are at and what you have done to achieve that. And as long as you are improving in those input tasks, that is all you need to care about. Don't even worry about the output. I used to be terrible at sales calls. I'd get on a sales call and I'd just pitch them for an hour. I would just talk and never give them a chance to ask a question and learn more about them. Sometimes when I'd cold call, I wouldn't even get through to the decision maker before I'd pitch. I was terrible, but that was only 2 months ago, and now I'm so much better. And it's all from increasing my input. Increasing your input just means that you'll have a higher chance of succeeding because it's all probability. And the more tickets you have in the hat, the higher chance you have to be drawn from the hat. And because of increasing input, now I'm able to book 10 meetings a week. Easily, I can book 10 meetings a week. Before, in December, January, I couldn't even book 10 meetings a month. And if I could, that would be extremely lucky and be considered a great month. I think the influencers are the reason why this is poisoned. And this is really pissing me off. They've made all these videos saying that you can hit 10K a month in 30 days and that it doesn't take a lot to get started and it's super easy. And maybe that's true for someone restarting a new business model with a ton of experience. But if you are trying this for the first time and you think the industry standard is to make $10,000 a month within 30 days, you're going to disappoint yourself. You're going to finish your first month of business and you're going to think that you suck and you're going to think that you haven't improved and that you might as well quit, because if you didn't do it in 30 days, then that means it wasn't set out for you, when that's not the case. They buy a course promising 10K in 30 days, it doesn't work, they either try to get a refund or they just quit it immediately because they think that they're not meant for that business model. Then they find the new business model, then they jump on that 10K in 30 days, it doesn't end up happening, then they find a new one until they find the right business model. When in reality, that's just not how it works. That's mentally insane. You'll finally achieve peace and you'll finally figure out that business is not what you seemed like it as soon as you crush your belief that 10K a month in 30 days is the standard or it's easy. It might be possible, I don't doubt that, but someone starting business from scratch, 10K in 30 days is completely unrealistic. And money is not the first measure of success that you should be worrying about. You should be worrying about action. If you worry about how much money you're making and you attribute that to your success or your improvement, then you're just going to dig yourself a hole. You're going to end up chasing money and instead you're just going to keep quitting. You're never going to be able to follow through. You got to ask yourself, what daily actions are you doing that you can improve on? Can you spend more time in your day doing income-producing activities? Income-producing activities can be making a YouTube video, making a new course if you're a content creator, or if you're an SMMA owner, it can be cold calling. It can be delivering results. It's not things like making a new logo or making a website or making a blog or anything like that. Things that can generate you money. Things that put a ticket in the hat of the success lottery. How many tickets can you put in that hat? But just, you got to remind yourself, you're a lot closer to success than you think. You're not going to get your first 2K a month like that, and you're not going to get your first 10K a month like that. But at the same time, you have to realize that success, it's a ton of compounding action, and then eventually, once it rains, it pours. And eventually something's going to click. And all of the tasks that you're trying to improve in, they're all going to align. And suddenly you're going to get so much success. And from there, it's just going to skyrocket. You're just going to have to stick with it. Very rarely do people start an online business like this and for 2 years they see no success. It's very rare. All of the time, 100% of the time, success is just built on the fact that they waited. They kept putting in the action and they were patient. They trusted the process. And eventually, it clicked. And eventually, it worked. I'm not saying that it will take 2 years, but if you're like me and you've been doing SMMA for 4 or 5 months at this point, and you haven't seen a ton of wealth come in, don't be discouraged, because it will come. And you have to know it is literally just a matter of time. You are on the brink of success. You've been putting in the work for so long, and you've just been poisoned by the idea that it comes all at once when it doesn't. In reality, it's a slow build-up, and then as soon as the pressure is released, then all the money comes. So keep that in mind, and just keep going.